questions to win lotto, questions to invite more sustainable clients that love access, and probably more. So, where are we? One of the things that we can do is we can ask the universe to help us. In the case of your home and you have a mortgage on it, you must ask, what would it take for my, well, you don't have to, but a really good thing to do is to ask for your house to be freehold as soon as it can. What would it take for my house to be fully paid and freehold? Because it's the question that creates. And so even though you don't know how that's going to happen, and you've got to ask for it, house, and then you ask the house to contribute to paying off the mortgage. What would it take for this mortgage to be totally gone? Well, actually, I wouldn't ask for a mortgage to be paid. I would ask for the past expenditure. What would it take for this past expenditure to be paid? There's a different energy on past expenditure. And mortgage has a different energy. It has an energy of to the death, which I think is what its actual meaning is. The definition of a mortgage is mort, means death. Interesting, huh? So what would it take for the past expenditure to be paid, all my past expenditure to be paid in full? And you can ask that every day. And you can also ask for the house, can you help me to pay off this past expenditure? And can you help me to make you freehold? Can you bring the money to do the alterations or to do the renovations that would make you even more beautiful? And actually, you can ask everything to contribute to you. Now, this lady also asked me about attending Access classes. So, Access classes are all around the world. And so that takes a little bit of money. And it truly is possible. Please know it truly is possible. Once you desire it, and once you make that kind of like, it's like a choice. You choose it. You don't, when you start off choosing something, it doesn't feel like a real strong choice. But as you ask for it more and more, my experience has been is that you get kind of like you get to the place where it's a done deal, where you really know that you are having it somehow. You just don't know how it's going to show up. So many years ago when I went to my first 7-day, we're on now, Tans. Let me just send you a message. When I went to my first 7-day, which was going to be in Rotorua, New Zealand, just see if I can get Tans to come on. So I asked every day. So first of all, the 7-day was going to be in New Zealand, was going to be in Rotorua. And I didn't have the money. It was going to cost $6,000 to go to it. And I thought that was a lot of money, by the way. So I started getting lots of different jobs. So I had a job during the day, and then I had a job at night, and then I did another job at the weekend. That was all I knew what to do. And it did bring me in a bit of money, and I started to save it. But I knew it wasn't going to be enough. Well, it was actually enough to get the money to go to the class when it was in New Zealand. But then 9/11 happened, September 11, and all the Americans that were coming to the New Zealand class in Rotorua decided that they were too frightened to fly on the planes. And so the venue was changed to up in the Catarina Mountains, up in Arizona, America. And I went, oh, how am I going to do that? that now I have to find the flights. So I kept on asking, what would it take to go to America to do the 7 days? What would it take? And every day I asked it, and every day I asked it, and I think it just gets stronger and stronger, because when you're asking it, what would it take? Everyone's got a different way of doing things, but when you ask for something, just know that the asking of it, it's the question that will create it. So if you're asking for classes, ask what would it take. So the classes that I'm asking for now is what would it take for me to go to all the classes that I choose to go to and have all those classes with ease and joy and glory and lots of money, and to go to every class that I choose to go to. So what would it take for all of that? What would it take for me to go to every class that I choose to go to, and also to have all the tele classes that Gary and Dane and other facilitators do offer? I love them. I love the classes. I love the more that it gives me. It just gives me more of me, and I really love the information. It's truly wonderful. So what else are you asking for? Ask for more than what you're asking for right now. Kind of like double that ask. What else is possible? Many years ago, I was going to Gisborne actually. Now, I went to Gisborne and I went to see a company, a real estate company, and asked them if they would like me to come and do some little introduction, talk to them about questions and things that would really help their businesses. And it didn't suit them while I was there, and they asked me if I'd come back a week later, and I said, yes, I'll come back a week later. But that meant that I had to fly from Auckland back to Gisborne, because I was already there to do a class the week before. So I went, well, what will it take for all my expenses to be covered? And guess what? When I got back, I'd had a few sessions that people had done with me after I'd done the talk. And the money that I had totally covered, including the taxi. So you see, I didn't ask for enough. I didn't ask for what would it take for me to have my expenses paid, and what would it take for me to have double that amount of money. So let's ask for way more than what we're asking for right now. Now, I hope this answers your questions, and if it's not, we can do another one. Oh, Towns, I was just finishing off. So you probably haven't heard this. So do you have any questions that you have thought of since we were talking the other day? Do you want to just take yourself off mute? Can you talk? You can't talk. Okay. All right, we'll have a listen to this, and if you've got more questions, we will do another one. Okay? Just going to finish the mute. Hold on, I'll just take the recording.